The 7th Fatui Harbinger Sandrone is finally here, and how should you actually build her? In this video, I'm going over the complete Sandrone guide including her key details, the best build, artifacts, weapons, and the best teams to make her perform at her maximum potential. So let's get started. Sandrone is a 5-star Cryo Claymore DPS character whose kit is almost similar to Nubilet. But unlike Nubilet, she has a companion called Fulonia. No, Fulonia is dead. But we have Fulonia after 1 week in Thailand. This new robot is called Facilitatrice Automatisée Généralisatrice Interactive et Omnitâche. In short, Fagio. But she ain't doing any geo damage. She is a cryo character who will mostly do the new stellar conduct reaction. This new reaction is almost same as lunar reaction. It works with cryo and electro, but not superconduct. Like superconduct, stellar conduct also have 40% physical rush rate, but it also buffs stellar conduct damage, and electro are cryo damage. This buff scales of the number of stacks you have, which is seen on top of the health bar. You can get the stacks by the number of the time you apply cryo and electro to your enemies in about 4 seconds. You can gain up to 12 stacks like this. This reaction also ignores defense and can crit like lunar reaction, but the damage has hidden 1 to 2x multiplier based on stacks. Now that we've finished talking about the basics, let's start with her kit. Like most of the character, her normal attack is not so impressive, though it has full animations. It performs 3 consecutive claymore attacks. Her charge attack is the most important part of her kit. With her charge attack, she summons Fangio, who turns into Nubilet, dealing cryo damage by firing beams. In Rezo language, Fazio has a battery-like bar. When she does charge attack, the bar keeps getting full, and when it's full, Fazio gets hot. I'm in overload state, which slows down the damage speed. But here's where the skill is used. With her skill, Fagio's bar gets reset, which stops her going to overload. At the time of her skill cooldown is so good that her skill is ready to use every time she is about to go to overload. In her skill, she can also glide in the air and move across the terrain. With her burst, she does 3 small cryo damage and 1 stellar conduct nuke. Her skill and burst gets better with her first passive talent. With this, if Fagio has half or more than half of her bar filled, using skill will make her do 4x stellar conduct damage of her skill. And if you first fill up the Fagio bar with a charge attack and then empty it with skill, using burst will make her do twice the damage of her nuke. Her second passive increases her elemental mastery based on her attack, which you can get up to 160 max. Her third passive converts super conduct damage to stellar conduct damage and buff it up to 40% depending on her attack. When you use Sandrone to claim your daily, she gives you extra primos with her last passive. No, I'm joking. You don't get extra primos, but you will get an extra snack for her tea party. Now that we finished talking about her kit, you can already guess what her playstyle will be. Because of her first passive, her optimum rotation is charge attack, skill, and burst, or charge attack, skill, burst, charge attack, skill. Because of her skill timing, you can do this infinitely, as long as our other party members' buff stays. For Sandrone, best weapon will be, of course, her signature one, which gives crit damage, attack, and stellar conduct damage buffs. But if you are F2P like me, you can use Mailflower or Tidal Shadow. But if you want to use a 5-star weapon, Malvika's signature weapon and Red Horn, Stone Treasure also works for her. The new artifact set, Disenchantment in Deep Shadows, is the best set for Sandrone, but Gilded Dream also works as alternative since she is attack scaling and her second passive can increase her EM based on her attack. Best artifact for her is Attack Person Sand, Attack Person Goblet, and Crit Circlet. For substats, prioritize crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, and EM. Now let's talk about her teams. With the new reaction, Sandrone needs cryo and electro teammates, and since we still don't have any new character with stellar reaction, her best team should be Sandrone, Yaimiko, Diona, and Shukros. Because of the new stellar buff, you can also use Chichi if you're unlucky and you have C6, and if you don't have Yaimiko, you can also use Special instead. I'd recommend using a shielder must on her team, such as Diona or Beidou, because even though my lady is Peerless Gen an unrivaled genius, and an inimitable beauty, she has the problem like C0 Nubilet. Yes, her charge attack can get interrupted by enemies' attack. You can also use Scoffier as a cryo applier and buffer, Nico for attack buff, or Venti to swirl cryo and electro to get the VV artifact buff, and also trigger 12 stacks very quickly to get the buff. Sandrone being the first character for having the new reaction makes her team comps a bit difficult, since we still don't have any good support for her. But with Snezhnaya coming, I'm hoping she will get a new better team in future and get more broken. So let me know in the comments if you are pulling for Sandrone now, or are you going to wait for the future to see her full potential before pulling. And also, if this guide helped you, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more Genshin guide and tools. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!